I'm here again doing another study because this one I found so fascinating because I know we know it to be true, but it kind of really confirms it. Before I get started, what do people believe in terms of the nature nurture debate? Do you believe both are important? Do you believe one is more significant than the other? This will make sense later on. These videos are more to kind of, I really like to hear what other people think of these, so please do comment if you do have an opinion on it. So there was this study done on rats, and again, just a kind of disclaimer, I don't agree with any of these studies, but I do find the findings fascinating. There was a study done on rats, and they was in the bottom of their cages was an electric current, and they would zap the feet of these rats. But at the same time as zapping them, they would administer a cherry blossom scent into the atmosphere. What these rats eventually learn is that the two things came together, which is kind of a natural understanding. I think that even as humans, we probably would do the same thing. It's that conditioned behaviour. Eventually, what they did is they stopped doing the zapping of the feet of these rats, but they would still administer the cherry blossom scent into the atmosphere. And what they found is that the rat's nervous system still went into a complete survival and stress response. And then the study kind of stopped, but what they did is they continued to monitor these rats over pretty much, I'm assuming, their life after this period, and they even let them go on to have children. And basically their findings found that the offspring of the rats that had been in this study, when you would administer the cherry blossom scent into the atmosphere, the offspring who had never experienced anything in relation to that study before, their nervous systems went into a stress response. So, I think I find this fascinating on so many levels, in terms of the evolution of rat, but also the evolution of human. How much that we instinctively know through our DNA and through what has been passed on to us, but it's not due to something that we have directly experienced ourselves. You can see this especially with people whose families potentially have come from a different part of the world where they might have experienced certain things. How much of that is still sat in the offspring of those people? And apparently, I think that the study said that it went on 3 generations. So I think that's really significant too. But I just find it fascinating because mainly, I think that our bodies are incredible, incredible organisms, and they will do whatever it needs to do to try and survive. And that could be, and the thing that I find, and again, I don't know this like factually, but I think that a rat's initial stress response would be due to its physical safety, but I believe as human beings we're more complex than that. I believe that our physical safety is, equally something that is important to us. Of course it is, but our identity is something that is really, really significantly important to us. Hence why, if somebody says something about your character, we go into a response that, if I said to my cat, "Your bum stinks," he just wouldn't be bothered. Obviously wouldn't. He obviously wouldn't understand me, but you get my point. I just find it remarkable what our bodies will do to keep us in its mind safe, and how that isn't a voluntary act. That is something that is going on always in relation to our experience through our life, but also in our DNA that is in relation to our ancestors. Please tell me what you think. Is this not... I have goosebumps. Can you see that? Is this just not the most fascinating thing?